So I was recently scammed. But here's the thing, it didn't end very well for the scammer. I want to show you what I did and how I did it, and also how I was able to locate where the scammer was. So, this is the email that I got from the scammer. Now, the scammer sent me this email. The first thing I saw for me, which was a red flag, was it had no subject line. So, why do you send something with no subject line? But that was fine. So, they send an email, obviously using a Hotmail. But I want to take you through the email and read through the email. So, the email says, "Hey, I don't need to introduce myself. I'll get straight to the point. Because of your disregard for internet security, I was able to easily install a Trojan horse on your device, which exceeded all the data on your device and allowed me to control it remotely. Once I infected one device, I had no problem accessing other devices. My spyware is embedded in the drivers and updates its signature every few hours, so no antivirus or firewall can even detect it. I've been successfully watching you for some time, infecting a malware through the adult sites you visit regularly. My spyware has also recorded videos of you doing whatever and satisfying yourself. I have full access to your address book and doubt very much that you would want your family, co-workers, and your entire contact list to see footage of you pleasuring yourself. I'm just gonna give you a condition to prevent this from happening. Kindly send me 25,000 through ShopRite Money Market, Bar or Checkers or even Standard Bank or Instant Money, and email me the reference voucher number." And then it says 4-digit PIN number to this. It sends me another email. Okay, it's fine. It says NB, the daily limit for the above transfer option is 5,000. Imagine they even know the daily limit, which means they've been doing this for a long time. So it will be done in 5 days. And the scammer goes on, says, "Once the money is received, I'll delete all the data, remotely erasing the virus on your device, and you will never hear from me again. It's very small amount to pay for not destroying your reputation in the eyes of those judging by your conspirators in your messages. You have an opinion of you as a decent human person. You have 48 hours. I'll be notified as soon as you open this letter and the countdown begins. Don't call law enforcement. Remember, I have access to all your devices. As soon as I notice such activity, it will automatically lead to release all your data. Do not attempt or reformat. Do not attempt to reformat it. The English is bad here. Eh? Your system or factory your device. I have all your data already. And secondly, as I said, I have remote access to your device. As soon as I notice such an attempt, it will lead ir- irreversibly consequences." And then they go on saying, "Waiting for your prompt response." Oh, this got me excited. First of all, for people who don't know, I also studied language, which means by language, I love studying hackers and scammers in terms of their language. And I can tell you in terms of who the person is, not particularly the person, but where is the person from. Now, with this being said, there's a lot of punctuation errors here, spelling errors here, and which is really, really, really bad. And this is obviously from South Africa. The reason why I'm saying from South Africa is because they are asking us to send them 25,000 rands, which is rands in South Africa. That's the currency that we're currently using. And they're asking us to send them money through ShopRite Money Market counter or either Spar, Checkers, or Standard Bank or Instant Money. Now, this shows us that they've been doing this for a long time because they even have a reference number that they want you to use, which means they've been doing it for a very long time. I tried to also track down the number, the reference number which they gave, but there's a problem. ShopRite, I think you must start doing this where we are able to trace reference numbers or the reference code that people give us so we can be able to know who is it coming from, and where is it going, because this was really tough for me. But what I ended up doing, which again, I'm going to show you what I did. So I wanted to trace the original email. Where is the original email coming from? So in terms of the IP and all these things. But what I did, um, I looked into the original email from the back door of it as well. So I can see that this email was created through Hotmail. And the funniest thing is that they gave a date of birth. But obviously, this is a hawk's name. This is a false name that they were giving out. And going through this, right, just to summarize basically this and not give out my personal email here. So, just to summarize what's going on here. So, the person who sent this, I tried to trace the IP, but it was really tough because looking at all this, the IP here changes because it shows you that it comes from Hotmail. But I needed to make a plan. I needed to find out exactly the person sending this. Where are they sending these emails? And why are they sending these emails as well? So before everything else, the first thing I did, I tried to trace that unique number that they send us to send money to. And I did put it on who is who and to find out where is it coming from and when was it created. And it tells us that this particular thing, it was updated on the 10th, which is was dated on October, but it was registered back in 96, which is very concerning for me. But this is something that I can bring down. I can report this and we can bring this down. But the problem is that it's not going to make any use because these scammers will continue creating a new reference code. Now, I want to show you how I responded to this particular individual and what I did. So, the first thing I did, the hacker obviously wants me to send them a screenshot of the proof of payment. So they want me to send them 5,000 Rand for the next 4 days. And I was like, sure, let's send you 5,000 Rand. As we know, we are lying. We're not going to send them that 5,000 Rand. So I created a fake screenshot, which is not really a screenshot, but it's a fake link that I created. So what I did, I took the Google support link. So with the Google support link, so whenever they click on the Google, so whenever they click on this particular link, it will take them straight to the Google support. That boom, do you need help from Google? That's what it will do. So it will act as if it will act as a redirect basically. So to redirect them to the Google help page. But this is how I actually created that particular URL. So I took the Google page, copied it, and then from there, in order for me to filter that for them not to see, I had to make sure that I create a screenshot. As you can see right there, it's written screen share.pics, and I did that. So for them, they knew that if they try to click on that, it would take them directly to the screenshot, but it was not actually a screenshot. Even when they try to put it on, for example, your virus total, it will still give them nothing. It will be clear and good to go because no vendor has actually flagged this URL. But here's the interesting part. I ended up sending this to the scammer and I waited. Oh, I waited. I waited. And I waited. I waited 2 hours later. So the scammer actually clicked on the link. Now, with them clicking on the link, boom, it gave me the exact IP address, the time that they clicked on this particular link. But unfortunately, for here, for what I'm showing you here, not to be too technical, we can see that they were using a VPN. And the reason why I'm saying they were using a VPN is because of the country. The funniest thing is that the device that they were using for the first time, they were actually using a bot. So as you can see from your left, it's actually all the dates that the hacker was actually, or the scammer was clicking on. And also in the middle, we can see that those are the IP addresses. And then to the right, those are the countries that those are related to those particular IP addresses. And then the other side is actually the device and also the browser that they used. But the hacker could, the scammer, in fact, continued clicking. Oh, they clicked. They clicked for every second. As you can see, the time they clicked on every second. And I could see that they were changing computers. They were using a Macintosh, and then they ended up using an Android phone. And then they changed again to using a Windows machine. And then they changed again, end up using a different browser. They changed again, end up using a Windows machine again, and obviously continuing using a VPN. But here's the funniest thing, boom. I ended up catching them in terms of, hey, they were using a Macintosh before, and they used the Macintosh second time. Again, it showed me the IP addresses of South Africa. These are the two IP addresses that I got, and I got a hit, and I was too excited. But let me show you what I did with this particular IP addresses. Okay, so I took the particular IP addresses. So the first one was 9789.192.74. I put it in there, and it gave me Cape Town. And I knew this individual was not from Cape Town. It gave me the service provider. It told me this person is in Cape Town. And I was like, okay, maybe they are in Cape Town. But let's try another one, which was this. We tried another one. And the other one gave me that this person is in Durban. It also gave me the postal code of where it was and the service provider as well. But still, for me, I'm not quite convinced in terms of all this, right, with the scammer. But I was happy that I was able to make the scammer sad and also make the scammer frustrated because they kept on using different devices and also using a VPN because every hour, every second for them, it really mattered because they ended up sharing their link with all their mates. Now, this is a lesson to anybody who might be scamming people because just know that in the school of scams, we coming for you.